Once upon a time, in a faraway land called Alveria, there ruled a king named Edward. As a child, Edward had been kind and humble, but everything changed when his father died, and he took the throne. Power clouded his heart. He began to believe he was the smartest, strongest, and most important person in the entire kingdom. He mocked his advisors, dismissed the poor, and crushed anyone who dared to correct him. His most loyal and truthful minister, Peter, once tried to warn him. "Your Majesty," Peter said, "the people are beginning to fear and hate you." In a fit of rage, Edward threw Peter in prison, declaring, "No one questions the king." He replaced Peter with a new minister named Thomas, a young and clever man. Thomas realized quickly that Edward's arrogance was dangerous, not just to others, but to the king himself. But instead of confronting Edward directly, he made a plan. One day, Thomas approached the king and said, "My king, far in the northern mountains lives a wise elder. He holds the secret knowledge of the world. Shall we go meet him?" Edward's eyes sparkled with greed. "Yes, that wisdom must belong to me." So the two set out on a long journey. On the way they passed a poor woman named Sophia, holding a child in her arms. She begged, "Please, kind sirs, my son and I haven't eaten in 2 days." Edward looked at her with disgust. "I am the king. I don't waste my time on beggars. Go away." Thomas remained silent, but noted Edward's cruelty. Finally they reached a cave in the high mountains, where Elder Matthew, a saintly old man, lived. Edward stormed in. "Old man," he said, "I am your king. Share your wisdom with me." Elder Matthew smiled gently. "True wisdom is not demanded, Your Majesty. It is earned. You don't need knowledge, you need humility and compassion." Edward laughed mockingly. "You dare insult me? I am the ruler of all." Matthew calmly pulled out a crystal mirror and held it in front of Edward. "Look inside." When Edward looked into the mirror, he didn't see his reflection. He saw his deeds. Peter suffering in a dungeon, Sophia crying with her starving child, and the frightened faces of his people. His face turned pale. "This," said Elder Matthew, "is who you really are. But every man deserves a second chance." For the first time in years, tears filled Edward's eyes. The truth shattered his pride. He returned home and immediately freed Peter, gave Sophia a house and food, and began listening to his people. Edward was no longer just a king. He became a just and compassionate ruler, loved by all. Moral of the story: arrogance leads only to isolation and downfall. True greatness lies in humility, kindness, and accepting our faults.